T-minus 10, 9, 8,
Let's go,
7,
folks. Time for liftoff.
5,
Hold on to
4,
your hats, because
3,
we are going
2,
for a ride.
0,
An amazing
ignition,
adventure.
liftoff.
An amazing English adventure.
30 minutes after the hour.
Here we go. Show with no name. Show with no name. Show with no name. Let's go. Come on.
Get ready.
There it is.
Hold on to your hat. Strap
All right.
on your seatbelt. Fasten your seatbelt.
Now we're talking.
Hold on to your hat. Get ready
For the ride of your life.
The show with no. It's show with no name time. On Vaughn Radio. It's the show with no.
Turn it up. Let's go. That's right, amigos. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. It's time for another exciting edition of The Show with No Name, exclusively on Vaughn Radio, where we've been rocking you for 15 freaking seasons. My God, has it been 15? I feel so old. Man, that's not true. I mean, if I think about it, I feel old. But I feel great. I was just telling my wife the other day, I'm going to be 46 soon, November. And I feel great. So that's awesome. That's a great thing. I'll quote the words of my grandfather, the late, great Alberto Lembo. He said, if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. And man, I've never heard truer words. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything. You can have billions, trillions of dollars. But if you get cancer, one of those that are hard to cure, if not impossible, what are you going to do? See what I mean? All right, amigos, welcome aboard. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I just wanted to thank you guys again from the bottom of my heart. I played the section of the show for my daughter, Lara, where I was reading your birthday greetings. And thank you, thank you, thank you. It was truly a magical day that we had together. Even though it was a school day, we still had some fun. We celebrated. And folks, I've got to say, we've got some amazing news over here at the Alonzo Morales home. My daughter woke up yesterday morning on her 4th birthday. And the first thing she said was, Mommy, I'm going to throw my pacifier in the garbage. Pacifier, you say chupete, chupe? The British call it a dummy, un tonto, which is weird. We call it, I think it's the perfect name, a pacifier. Te pacifica. Anybody who's ever had these and had kids knows it's a perfect name for them. Pacifier. And what a big girl. Daddy was so proud. She woke up because we said, Lara, once you're 4, I mean, 4-year-old kids are big kids. They don't have a pacifier. So she, and she did this. It was all her. Nobody told her. I mean, what we do with Lara, and I think this works really well, at least in our case, is we tell her what's going to happen. Okay, well, listen, you're going to start school next week. We're going to have to get up early. We're going to have to take our baths at night. You know, and if you tell kids about stuff, they're usually a lot more relaxed or a lot more understanding when there's a change or when there's something that has to happen because you let them know. You gave them a heads up, un aviso. And who doesn't like a little heads up? ¿A quien no le gusta un avisito? So we were telling her, hey, Lara, you might want to think about it. We're not forcing, no obligando, because you don't want to force things. Force things never work really well in my experience. And in the end, folks, she did it. It was of her own accord, and it was just awesome. So Papi is so proud of his little munchkin. Great job, baby. Great, great job. And folks, I'm proud of you guys too. You've been doing a wonderful job, and it's really, really great to be back here with each and every one of you, having fun, learning, and laughing. Hey there, it's Alberto Alonso, the host of the show with no name on Vaughn Radio, and I just want to welcome you back to the grind, la vuelta al cole. But it doesn't have to be boring. It can be tons of fun, divertidísimo. At Vaughn, we believe learning must be fun. It must be exciting and also dynamic. We've got Vaughn centers all over Spain. You can visit our offices in Santander, Bilbao, Zaragoza, Valladolid, Valencia, Vigo, Barcelona, and, of course, in Madrid. Stop by. We'd love to meet you. You can also stop by our website, grupovaughn.com, or give us a call, 911-385831. Again, that's 911-385831. And feel free to stop by our website for more information. It's grupovaughn.com. So on behalf of all my amigos, let me welcome you back. We missed you. Now let's get back to work. All right, amigos. That's right. We missed you. We know you missed us. We know it was mutual. Also, I've got some good news. Over at Vaughn, Grupo Vaughn, we're having an open house. Puertas abiertas, you say? We call it an open house in English. Jot this down. This is in Madrid at our offices at Calle Orense 69, Orense Street. The 22nd of September, we will be celebrating an open house. It's from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Friday, September 22nd. And you'll be able to go in. Oh, wait, hang on. Did I just say it was in Madrid? No. It's at all our locations. I didn't know this. So see, I'm learning this right now live on the air. We have an open house at all of our locations. So September 22nd is a very, very special day if you live in Bilbao, Valladolid, Zaragoza, Barcelona, Valencia, Santander, Vigo, or Madrid. We'd love to see you. It's all kicking off at 4 p.m. From 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. It'll include demo classes, level tests, and much, much more. Also, you got to sign up. So you got to go to our website or go to our social media right now and click on the link that says Regístrate. And this way we know you're going to be there. And for everybody who registers, you will get, this book is the Mini Milk for free. So it's an abridged version of the first Milk book. Now, I know many of you have my second book. This book is the Milk. But hey, this is a great gift for somebody who doesn't have it, somebody who wants to get into English. So you'll have level tests, you'll have sample classes, you'll get a free gift when you register. And there will be 2 prizes that we are going to raffle, sortear. And one of those is a free trimester at our Vaughn Group Adults Program. And 2 prizes, 2 additional. So there's 2 and 2. 2 prizes of 1 free trimester at our Vaughn Group's Disney Junior. So For the kids and for the adults, you'll be able to win some special gifts. Just for signing up, you'll get the mini milk. More information at our website, grupovon.com. That's right, folks. The 22nd of September is a very special day because we have our open house. Join us. We'd love to give you a free class, and we'd love to get to know you, more importantly. All right, folks, let me just remind you of this week's question of the week.
Question of the week.
That's right, folks. Question of the week, and a nice round of applause to our buddies who are early birds. Give it up for, that's right, Jaime. Jaime and Kubla have already sent me their voice messages. So we're going to hear from Jaime and Kubla on Friday on our show. So if you haven't sent me a voice message, what are you waiting for? Do it. Do it. It's a perfect opportunity for me to help you with your pronunciation in English. And it's another opportunity for you to be able to express yourself in English. So every week I'll give you a question. You have to, just a couple rules, really simple. If we look at it on Friday, if we listen to your audio clips on Friday, that means I need them before Friday. So if you'd like to participate, you still have today, you still have tomorrow, but don't wait. Don't put it off. No lo aplaces. So do it right now. Write down my email address. This is my work email address. It's aalonso@grupovon.com. And this week's question of the week is quite simple. Tell us something that you'd like to change about yourself. It can be physical. I don't like my nose, whatever. I need to be more patient. So again, something that you could work on. And we all could use a little work on different things, right? Because if we got it all under control, then what's the purpose, right? What are we're not evolving then. We got it all figured out. It's like me when I was a teenager. I had it all figured out. Lo sabía todo. Oh, yeah, I knew it all. And then I realized I didn't know jack shit, como va la expresión que vimos el otro día, the first day back. All right, amigos. So what are we going to do? Question of the week. I want to get some more answers from you guys. I want to hear your lovely voices. And all you have to do is send me a 1-minute audio note telling me something that you'd like to change about yourself. And then the second part of the question, why not start today? Why not? Don't wait. Why put it off? To look at that word again, aplazar, to put something off. All right, well, folks, speaking of putting things off, we can't put it off any longer. It's time for our pop quiz. Come on. Hands up. Come on. Let's go. Quiz. Pop quiz. Yeah. Let's go. Pop quiz. Sing it. Pop quiz. You. Pop quiz. Come on, baby. I want to hear it. Pop quiz. There it is. Pop quiz. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. All right, folks. Welcome to your pop quiz. Examen sorpresa. And speaking of quizzes, mark your calendars, folks, because October 4th, coming up, October 4th, we've got Vaughn Radio Trivia Night, hosted by my buddy Kyle Miller. It's at Roll Madrid. It's free, and it's a great way to mingle with your fellow classmates and your teachers. October 4th, Kyle Miller hosts Vaughn Radio Trivia Nights. And then yours truly, un servidor, will be hosting on November 1st. So you've got a couple calendar dates to jot down. The 22nd of September, open house at Vaughn. October 4th, you've got Vaughn Radio Trivia Night with Kyle Miller. And on November 1st, you've got Vaughn Radio Trivia Night with me, yours truly, un servidor. All right, well, folks, you know I love it when you follow me on social media. I mean, it's great for me because I have more and more followers, more engagement, and it's great for you guys because you learn English. So it's a win-win. If you're not following me, if you're not following Vaughn, you are missing out. And the other day, I posted a pretty difficult sentence that I would say even my highest level students would have difficulty saying. So we're going to work on this right now. Now, if you will follow me on social media, you've already seen this post. You shouldn't have any problems whatsoever. Cualquiera. Now, let me read it to you. Yes, English can be weird. It can be understood through tough, thorough thought, though. Oh my God. I'll do it one more time. Yes, English can be weird. No digo can, fijaos, digo can. English can be weird. It can be understood through tough, thorough thought, though. Okay, toma. Eso es una frase, by the way. Now, what do you have to do in today's pop quiz? Well, quite simply, you have to give me a word that rhymes with each of those words. So let me give you the words in Spanish because I'm not going to pronounce them again. I just gave it to you twice. And you've got the audio if you follow me on social media. So you should know these. You can give them to me all in one post. That would make things a little bit easier. So you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. And I want to know the word and then a word that rhymes with it. This is tough, guys. OTSS, baby. Only the strong survive here. Okay. The first word is a través de. Write them all down and then give them to me together. ¿Cómo se dice a través de en inglés? Y luego quiero una palabra que rima con ello. ¿Ok? Pero todo junto. La segunda es duro, difícil. Quiero esa palabra en inglés y una palabra que rima con ello. The next one, concienzudo. Quiero esa palabra en inglés y una palabra que rima con ello. Okay. The next one is pensamiento o el pasado de pensar. Pensó, right? Quiero esa palabra y una palabra que rima con ello. And the last one is aunque. Quiero esa palabra y quiero una palabra que rima con esa. All right? Pretty difficult today. You got 5 words, 5 tricky words. And we'll see if you guys can tell me those words that I just gave you and a word that rhymes with each one. So you've got a través de, number 1. Number 2, duro. Number 3, concienzudo. Number 4, pensó o pensamiento. And number 5, aunque. Good luck. Let's take a look at some comments here in our virtual chat room. Who's on board? Vero. Vero says, morning, beautiful show with no-namers / warriors around the universe. What's up, Vero? Great to have you on board. David says, good morning, Alberto. What's up, David? I can see you're ready to rock, buddy. We've got Joaquin. Speaking of rockers, Joaquin is off his rocker. Bueno, no es verdad, pero quería usar la expresión. So a rocker es un rockero, but if a rocker or a rocking chair is una mecedora, right? So, but the expression, he's off his rocker, está chiflado, está loco. I'm just joking, Joaquin. I just wanted to use the expression. He says, I'm 10 years older than you. Keep on complaining. Well, no, I'm not complaining. That's what I said. I said, I feel great, Joaquin. I wasn't complaining. I said, I feel great. Yeah, quite the contrary. Au contraire, mon frère. Jay Lima says, hi, Double A. You rock, buddy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Jay Lima. Vero says, as my granny used to say, young is someone who is my age or less. Hey, you've got to have a sense of humor. And you can tell, se nota, you can tell that Vero's grandma had or has a sense of humor. Jay Lima says, a pacifier ruins your teeth. That's right. Yep. So does coffee, cigarettes, soft drinks. Shall I continue? My point is, if you want to think about what, the thing is that I know that they say pacifiers are not good, but let me tell you a story. I know a dad who told me that the doctor said, under no circumstances should you give your child a pacifier. Under no circumstances. I don't care if there is a nuclear war. Don't give them a pacifier. And the parents heeded this advice. To heed is to follow. The parents heeded this advice. And their daughter started sucking her thumb, which is another thing kids do. Another thing, they want to put something in their mouth, right? So this child started sucking their thumb. No digo él o ella, I'll just say their. It's not important. And now this child has a deformed thumb for the rest of that child's life because no pacifier. So I get you. But if you want to look at like what's bad, I guess everything's bad, right? Everything's bad for you. Even the air we breathe. Don't think so? Have you guys been to Madrid? I'm laughing because I don't want to cry right now. There's Lupe. Lupe says, good morning, friends. Happy belated birthday to lovely Lara. Thank you so much, Lupe. And it's great to have you on board, as always. Who else? Laura says, good morning, lovely show with no namers. Thank you for 15 years of a wonderful show. Great job, Lara. Thank you very much, Laura. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As always, you're a sweetheart. And speaking of sweethearts, Chris Valrol. She says, morning, Alberto and mates. Bravo, Lara. You're a great girl. Thank you. Yeah, she's tough. She's a tough kid. A lot tougher than I was. Let's see. M.L. Rosellon says, good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, M.L. Rosellon. Nihad says, good morning, Mr. Alberto and friends. What's up, Mr. Nihad? How are you? Great to have you on board. Kubla. He says, how are you doing, lovable gang? Let's put the pedal to the metal and measure up to expectation. No doubt about it, Kubla. We are ready to rock. I've been up since 7 a.m. As you guys know, well, I was up a little bit before that, but I was like out of bed at 7. I was up around 6:15. My daughter is an early bird. We don't say madrugator. Madrugator. I love it. Hombre, yo votaría por el madrugator. But no, she's an early bird. She likes to get up early. The only thing is she doesn't like to go to sleep early. She's a party animal. She likes to rock and roll all night and party every day. I want to rock and roll all night. Like Kiss. Yeah, she's a rock star. Elena, speaking of rock stars, students who rock it, we've got Elena in the house. Elena says, hello, everyone. Finally, the stars align, and I can hear you live. This show has just made my day. Well, that was a magical comment, Elena, and you just made my day. So thank you so much to all of you for making my day every day. Seriously, it's an absolute pleasure to have you guys. My show with no namers, the greatest students a teacher could ask for. Folks, we've got to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with the second part of today's show with no name. So, stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to the show with no name, exclusively on Vaughn Radio. I hope you guys are having fun, and I hope you're ready to rock your way into the second part of today's show. Just a quick reminder, you can start your day with Richard Vaughn, Rob Grams and the Probo Show, Fitz, and No Excuses, which is right before this show. It's a great way to warm up. And then after today's show, you've got the one and only Ximena Holiday and her program, Test Your English. Amazing program by an amazing person. After that, you've got the lunchtime show with Rob and Andy, who sent Lara a singing greeting yesterday. Thanks to Rob and Andy for reaching out. Uncle Rob and Aunt Andy. Wow, we got so many greetings yesterday. Lara was flooded, inundada. You can say inundated, pero eso suena negativo en inglés. So flooded sounds a little more positive. Because inundated sounds like, oh, with work, with information, you know. And flooded, she was flooded with birthday greetings. And I thank you guys for that. It's so sweet of you. I'll tell you the way you would say it. You are nicer than the pesetas. All right. Bad joke. All right, let's kick off with today's Say What soundbite. Say what? Yeah. Say What soundbite on the show with no name. All right, amigos, all right. Let's see what we've got in store. I think this one's going to be pretty easy today. I got to be honest with you. I don't think you guys will have too much difficulty. Now, tomorrow's, you're going to hate me. Me vais a odiar. This morning, I was working on tomorrow's show, and I played the soundbite for my wife. I said, do you understand what this person's saying? And she said, no. I'm like, well, my students are going to have to figure it out. And she goes, you're cruel. It is cruel. But that's not today's. That's tomorrow's. So just don't take it for granted. No lo das por sentado. No lo des por sentado. A veces, sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it's hard. Such is life, my amigos, right? The show with no name is a little microcosm of life. Well, a crazy life. More like a rock concert. All right, well, folks, without any further ado, sin más, we've got to listen to our Say What soundbite. Is everybody ready? Okay, well, I'm going to play this 4 times, and you have to write down what you hear. Is everybody ready? Here it is. The first listen of today's easy, I think, easy Say What soundbite.
That had nothing to do with me. That had to do with everybody. We were all alcoholic. I've been doing martial art ever since I was a kid, and I beat James up because he kicked my dog. He kicked my dog.
All right. What the fuck? What just happened there? Oh, no. Did I hear what I think I heard? I don't know, man. I heard something strange there. Something was going on there that, something that sounds pretty aggressive. All right. Well, either way, I want your feedback on it before you give me everything. I want you to tell me what you heard in your own words. All right. Let me give it to you a second time, and then we've got to check our pop quiz answers, and that'll give you guys some time to think about what you want to say. I want your observations. I want to know what you heard.
That had nothing to do with me. That had to do with everybody. We were all alcoholic. I've been doing martial art ever since I was a kid, and I beat James up because he kicked my dog. He kicked my dog.
All right. The good thing is they repeat the same thing twice at the end, so that makes it even easier. All right. Let's take a look at our pop quiz now while you guys are thinking about what you want to say. The first person to participate here in our group is Kubla. And let's see if he's got it. I'm just going to say the words, and you guys tell me if they rhyme or not. The first one he's got is through and blue. So a través de y azul. Do they rhyme? Absolutely. Through and blue. Good. The next one, tough and rough. Tough and rough. Absolutely. The next one, thorough, borrow. Absolutely. Same sound. O at the end. Thorough, borrow. The next one, thought. Repeat these aloud with me. Guys, si no lo estáis repitiendo, no estáis practicando. Thought, caught. Absolutely. And the last one, though, blow. Though, blow. Absolutely. Kubla. Great job. Excellent. There's Born to Iron Man checking in. What's up, Born? Okay, let's see. Elena says, it's been a tough day so far. We've been running through this report all day because the boss threw a hard one at me. Although we'll continue working thoroughly until we pull it off. All right, well, we didn't do the rhyming words, but Elena, very creative. And look at Laura talking about thorough, concienzuda. Laura didn't put a colon or a semicolon between the words. She wrote full sentences. Wow, Laura, going the extra mile. Let's see if she got them all right. The first one, through rhymes with through. See, through, they're homophones. Through is el pasado de lanzar, lanzó. So the first one is correct, Laura. The next one, tough rhymes with huff. Absolutely. The next one, thorough rhymes with burrow. Distrito. Very good. Great one there. Thorough rhymes with burrow. Thought rhymes with bought. Thought rhymes with bought. And though rhymes with show. Excellent, Laura. Chris Van Rol, let's see. She's taking a stab at it. She says through. Absolutely. Lanzar, lanzo. The next one, tough, cough. Okay, just be careful, though. The F is the same, but they don't really rhyme, right? Tough and cough, el sonido vocal no es igual, right? So tough would be more like rough. What's another word I can't think of right now? Buff, un amante. So it sounds like más ese el sonido vocal. The next one, thorough, morrow. Yeah, tomorrow, thorough, el sonido o al final, muy bien. Thought and bought, and though and dough. Dough, masa, muy bien. The only one, check that second one, but great effort, Chris. These are really tough, but you guys did a wonderful job. Excellent job to all of you who participated. All right, speaking of participation, we've got some people participating in our Say What soundbite, and let's see what you guys heard in your words. Eso es raro, esa expresión, eh? I always, and when people say, in your own words, well, of course, they're my words. I said them, right? So Kubla says, it sounded like an American man explaining why he beat the crap out of somebody for the latter ill-treated the former's pet. Absolutely. The latter, el último. No. The latter is the second option, the second one, right? So great, excellent, wonderful summary of what you heard. Let's see, Leonardo. Leo says he's a famous American who is commenting that for the sake of his dog, por el bien de su perro, everyone around him should stop drinking. So that you're saying that the alcoholism caused them to abuse animals. Okay, yeah, possibly, sure. I mean, alcohol impairs your judgment, right? No juzgas, no tomas buenas decisiones. And then he says they all should send you an audio with something they have to change in themselves now. That's funny, Leo. Excellent. Great job. Wonderful. All right. Yeah, something about a dog being hurt, something about alcohol. Interesting stuff. Let's see. Anybody else? Laura says, I heard the voice of an American man admitting that he was an alcoholic and that he beat up someone because that person had kicked his dog. Absolutely, Laura. Great job, Laura. Great job, everybody who's participating. Let's see, Nihad, lots of participation today. Thank you, guys. Thank you for all the participation every day here on the show. There's a direct correlation. The more you participate, the faster you're going to improve. The more English, the more comfortable you're going to be with English. Nihad says, an American is talking about his youth when he got drunk. He says that he hit James. Oh, good. You got the proper noun there. So there was a name. Yeah. He says that he hit James up because he hit his dog. Just be careful, because to hit is pegar. To hit somebody up, esto es un buen double trouble aquí. To hit somebody up is, dame una llamadita. Hit me up when you get to the mall. No, dime algo. So just be careful. That up no sobra. To beat up es pegar una paliza. So to hit somebody, if you hit somebody a lot, then you beat them up. So excellent job, Nihad. And it seems like everybody agrees that this person here is from the USA, from America. That's some people in my country. They don't say America, they say Merca. I'm from Merca. Merca. Se escribe, busca el hashtags. El hashtag es como decir Españita. I think maybe Españistán, like when you make fun of your own country, te burlas de tu propio país. So I live here in Merca. Es Murrica. Me acuerdo la primera vez que lo vi, digo, ¿Murcia? And I'm like, no, it's Merca. Merca. Man, you're in Merca. You're in Merca. So Nihad, great job. We've got Chris participating over here as well. And Chris says, ha, Leo. I heard an American man who is outraged because someone kicked his dog. Great word there. Because someone kicked his dog, and something about people and alcohol. Great stuff to all of you. That's exactly what I wanted in this section. But now it's time to move on to another section. It's time for our Spelling Bee.
Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee.
That's right, amigos. That's right. It's our Spelling Bee. And as always, these words have something in common, as they always do. And I want to know, more importantly, what the words are. But if you know what they have in common, well, that's great as well. In round one, I am ruthless, implacable. I don't care if you get it. I just don't give a shit. Me importa un bledo if you get it. Okay? There are people like that. So I'm being that guy. Me personally, Alberto, I care. Right. But here I'm that guy who's like, no las piadas. You didn't catch what I said. That's your problem, not mine. I'm being English. No, I'm joking. British. Just kidding, British friends. You know it's a joke. It's a little bit of banter. Un poco de cháchara. Un poco de jugar con el otro, no? Vacilar, cháchara. All right. Here we go, amigos. Round one. This is the ruthless round, the lightning round. The first word is Lorry. The second word is Bonnet. The third one is Windscreen. The next one is Acceleration. The fifth one is Pavement. And the last one is two words, Pedestrin, space Crossing. Oh my God. Well, I've got a little audio clip over here that might help you out. Aside from getting us from point A to point B and beyond, automobiles are built into the very fabric of our society. They are a necessary evil. Therefore, we have a love-hate relationship with these vital vehicles. Rev your engines as we have a look under the hood and discover the captivating cult of cars on this week's episode of FYI. Welcome to For Your Info.
Inglés.
You got it. So there you go, folks. There's an FYI episode on cars that I just played the intro of. So maybe that'll give you a little clue. Also, if you haven't heard that episode, well, those episodes, remember, there are 2 episodes every week. If you're in my community, you get access to a second episode. And also additional materials. But if not, you get one. If you're very patient and you wait almost a year, that second one will come out. But it's not just about the second episode. It's all that additional content to help you study the FYI episodes better, right? So, my amigos, if I just played the Cars intro of FYI, I guess it has something to do with cars. All right. Well, let's take a look. Let's see what you guys came up with. The first person to participate is Laura. Let's see how she did. The first one is correct, Laura. The second one is also correct. The third one is correct. The fourth one is also correct. The fifth one, yes, it's also correct. And the sixth one is also correct. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Laura. Also, Kubla. Nice job. Born to Iron Man, spacing problem there at the end, but the good thing is you get another shot. Lupe got them as well. Chris Valrol, wow, excellent job. But our winner today is Laura. Well, all of you, but the fastest. The fastest and the most accurate. Remember, if you're fast and you're not accurate, I'm not interested. At least not me. Maybe some teachers want speed. I want speed as long as it's accurate. If I have to choose between speed and accuracy, and you guys know me very well, I will go with accuracy 1,000,000 times. Okay? So that's just me. Again, not everybody's different in that way. But folks, are you ready for round 2? I've got to say I was quite impressed with how well you guys did on round 1 because I really flew through it. I put the pedal to the metal, an expression that has to do with cars. And in those FYI episodes of Cars, you'll find out all kinds of idiomatic expressions that have to do with cars. And we'll take a look at some today. In fact, the reason I chose things that have to do with cars today, more specifically, the British way of saying them, and we're going to look at the American way as well, was because today, in the year 1899, a man named Henry Bliss, I like that word, bliss, la dicha, la felicidad absoluta. It's when you need nothing, you want nothing. But, well, Henry Bliss didn't have a blissful day today in 1899. Henry Bliss became the first person in the United States to be killed in an automobile accident. That was today at the turn of the century, cuando cambia el siglo, in 1899. So Henry Bliss did not have a blissful day today. All right, is everybody ready for round 2? The first word is Lorry. Parecía que iba a seguir. No, perdona. The second one is Bonnet. The third one is Windscreen. The fourth one is Accelerator. The fifth one is Pavement. And the last one is Pedestran space CROSSING. So there you go, folks. That is round 2 of our spelling bee. I'm quite impressed by the amount of people that got it right on the first go. So great job there, amigos. As I said, a great round of applause for Laura and company. Also, it looks like we've got a winner here in our Say What soundbite. Give it up for Kubla. Seriously, what did you guys have for breakfast this morning? I mean, you've been doing a great job since we've been back Monday, Tuesday, but today I feel like you guys are just, I mean, you brought your A game, como decimos en inglés. You brought your A game. Vinisteis con vuestro juego A. Vinisteis listos para ganar la final. That would be like para jugar en primera, to bring your A game. So excellent job, guys. I don't know if you do the same thing in Ximena's class, in Tosh Pascua's class. I imagine you do, because they're always raving about you guys. Rave? Like, no, not that kind of rave. To rave is dar elogios. They're always praising you guys. Why? I got to praise you like I should. I got to praise you like I should. Always learning from music over here. And please tell me that you're not one of those people who says shul, kul, or wool. Please tell me you're not one of them. Please, I beg you. We say, and I want you to say these with me, could, would, and should. La L fuera. Could, would, and should. And remember this, we have an expression, cuando alguien se arrepienta de algo, when somebody regrets something, and they say, oh man, I'm sorry, I should have gone to your party. Should have went es un error nativo, by the way. I should have gone to your party yesterday. Y el otro dice, coulda, shoulda, woulda, didn't. Coulda, shoulda. So, podría haber, debería haber, shoulda, pero no lo hiciste. So, como ya es tarde para lamentar. And speaking of tarde, guys, I can't believe it. We've got to go to our second commercial break. We'll be right back momentarily with the second half of the show. We've got a lot of stuff to cover, so if I were you guys, I wouldn't even think of going anywhere. Stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to the show with no name on Vaughn Radio. Oh, yeah. I hope you guys are having fun. I hope you are rocking. I know you're kicking butt. Arrasando. I can see that. Also, just wanted to remind you guys, too, we've only got a few little spots left, just a couple, on our EMIP. And what is EMIP? It's our Evening Masters program. Are you working during the day? Hey, I get it. I do the same thing. Many of us. But let's say you really want your English to take off. Well, don't worry, folks. We've got our Evening Masters. It's awesome. You can make it work with your career, and this way you can find a better career, or at least a better job. It's our EMIP, as we call it, our Evening Masters in Inglés Profesional. And last call, folks, just a few spots left. It is one of our star programs. That, Vaughntown. Vaughntown's awesome. Residentials, our camps for the kids, our Disney classes on the weekends, so many different things that we've got for all ages, all levels. And all you have to do is go to our website, grupovon.com. You can also give us a call, 911-385831. And don't forget about our open house on the 22nd of September. But you've got to register, especially if you want that free gift, the mini milk, and also a chance to be able to win other amazing prizes, such as the Disney course, which is absolutely fabulous. Nacho's kids are begging him every week to go. They're like, Dad, is it weekend yet? Is it time to go yet? And I think that is absolutely magical. All right, folks, we've got to move on, though. It's time for Homophones on the Show with No Name.
Homophones, homophones on the show with no name. It's homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. Homophones on the show with no name. Cause homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. The show with no name. The show with no name.
That's right, amigos. That's right. It's homophones only on the show with no name. And this is where we look at some confusing words. Words that tend to throw my students off. To throw off. Desconcertar. Dejar como, what? Oh, you got me there. Now, there's two things here, too, in this section. One thing is knowing it when you have time to think about it. Bueno, esta y esta es igual. And one thing is knowing it innately. So, naturalmente, sin pensarlo. That's the real goal of this section. So it's not just to know in theory. Well, technically, they don't sound alike. Nice. Do you know how to pronounce them? Right? Every time? Those little nuances, esos matices, do you know how to do it? That's what I really want to know in this section. So it is indispensable. You guys have to repeat these words aloud once we look at them. But first, I want to know what the words are and if they sound exactly the same. So the first one is somebody, I'll give you some synonyms in English, and then I'll tell you in Spanish. Someone who is self-assured, right? They feel I almost said the word. They feel confiado. Toma, lo digo en español. Right? They feel sure of themselves. Right? They're not, I don't know, some people are more passive, right? And some people are just very, very like, I know it. I can do it. Okay? And I think it's such an important thing. I think it's what we're all looking for when we speak English. Okay, you might make mistakes. You might mispronounce burn or barn. But as long as you're confiado, right? Seguro de ti mismo, sintiendo confianza, right? So that's the first word there. Seguro de sí mismo, lleno de confianza. Okay. I think it's a word that's pretty similar in Spanish. In fact, I almost said it in English. And the second word is your close friend, the person you tell a secret. It's when you watch a movie, there's always this character, el mejor amigo. And usually they use this character as the one who exposes the information. So what are you going to do about the divorce? And that, well, I've been feeling really sad. So it's the best friend character, the one who is told the secret, right? You say confidente in Spanish. It's the person you trust to tell your secret to. And in drama, in literature, it's an important role because it's the person, it's where we can, the author, the writer can expose information, right? Because you can't just, well, I was born in 1925. Well, usually, unless it's a soliloquy, usually it's conversational. So you have to give the audience information about what's happening, about your story. So where do you do that? The typical scene at the diner or en un banco, they're sitting on a bench saying, yeah, you know what my real problem in life is? Toma. So that is that character, but it's also a real person, but I'm giving it to you in the sense of a movie as well. So the first one is somebody who is sure of themselves, self-assured, as you can say. And the second one is somebody you trust to tell your deepest, darkest secrets. Oh, yeah. All right, folks. And we've also got our Say What soundbite. I'm going to give it to you for a third time now, but a nice round of applause for Nihad. You got it, Nihad. Excellent job. Excellent job. That's two people who have figured it out already. Let's see how many more can figure it out. Because tomorrow is going to be hellish. Yeah, hellish. De demonios. All right. And so here we go. Here's your Say What soundbite for the third time.
That had nothing to do with me. That had to do with everybody. We were all alcoholic. I've been doing martial art ever since I was a kid, and I beat James up because he kicked my dog. He kicked my dog.
Come on, man. You don't do that. You don't do that. Okay. You can insult somebody's mother before you do that. No, don't do that either. Just be a good person, right? I always tell Lara, when Lara says, why did he say that bad word? Como alguien, somebody on the playground. Tonto, capullo, and Lara knows. She's like, why did he, hostias, whatever. And Lara goes, why did he say that bad word? And I thought of the perfect sentence. Tell me what you think. Instead of saying bad people say bad things, because I don't know if that kid's bad, I just tell her, nice people say nice things. Gente maja dicen cosas majas. And she just keeps remembering. I'm like, don't care. He can scream vulgarities if his mother doesn't care. But I said, nice people say nice things. We tell people how nice they are, how beautiful they look, or how we love being with them, right? We don't do that. So it's tough. Parenting is tough. Ser padre, there's no instruction manual. But it was a great, I came up with it. It was one of these cereal box philosophies. De una caja de cereales, no? Treat others the way you yourself wish to be treated. But I said, nice people say nice things. That's it. Just remember that. You're a nice person, and we say nice things. All right, let's take a look at our amigos participating in the homophone section. Kubla is the first one up. And Kubla, those are the correct words. And he says they don't sound alike. All right. Laura says the two words are and they don't sound alike. Whoa. So we've got two super students here. Super show with no namers who are saying nay, no. Antiguamente, cuando se votaba yay or nay. Not neigh like a horse. Well, that was a really bad neigh. I'm good at other animals. I do a good chicken. Believe me, we spend a lot of time in my house doing animal noises. My daughter loves animals. She even said she wants to be a veterinaria. I told her, just be a vet for rich people, though. No, I'm joking. All right, let's see. Who else? Elena says the words. Those are the correct words. And she says, I dare to say they're not homophones. Well, great, Elena. If you weren't familiar with the words, you will be at the end of this section. Chris says, and yes, those are the correct words, Chris. And she says they're not homophones. Nihad agrees. He says they are not homophones either. All right. So that's like some serious super students telling me that these words do not sound the same. Well, you're going to tell me right now when I say the words. The first word is confident. What do I wish for you, my students? I wish that you are as confident as you can possibly be when you're speaking English. And I think you guys, you've done your homework, right? Hacéis los deberes. So I think most of you should have that confidence. Esto es el sustantivo. So he has a lot of confidence, adjetivo. He's confident. He's a confident person. We said before, you can say self-assured or self-confident. That means you believe in yourself and your abilities. And you might have some grammar problems. You might have some pronunciation problems, like I just did. But in the end, it's about being confident, even in your own language. You know, trying to get your point across. And if you make a mistake, you deal with it then. But if you're thinking, what if I make a mistake? What if I make a mistake? What if I make a mistake? Chances are you're going to make a mistake because you're lost in your head. And I don't want you in a conversation to be lost in your head. I want you to be lost in the conversation. That's the idea, right? Present in the moment. So, all right, the first word is confident. Okay, ahora puede decir, estoy confiado que mi confidente va a llegar a la hora. Okay. I'm confident that my confidant will come. I'm confident that my confidant, o sea, a la francesa, confidant will come. They are not homophones. Great job. Wonderful job, my amigos. And Laura also got our Say What soundbite. Wow. 3 students. You guys are kicking butt and taking names. All right, well, before we go to the movies, what I want to do is go over our spelling bee words because, well, these were some good words that have to do with cars, automobiles, vehicles. The first word is lorry. Again, as I said before, these are the British words. I'm going to give you, no, you're going to give me. We're going to up the ante. You're going to give me now, here in the comments, the American equivalent of each of these words. So you got to give me 6 words right now. I want to know the American equivalent of the word lorry, que era la primera palabra, lorry. I want to know the American equivalent of the second word bonnet. I'd like to know the American equivalent of the third word windscreen. I'd like to know the American equivalent of the fourth word accelerator. Kubla said it before. I'd like to know the American version of the fifth word and the sixth word. The fifth being pavement and the sixth being pedestrian crossing. And in the meantime, let's go to the movies. Name that movie. That's right, amigos. It's Name That Movie. This is a classic, or at least in the United States, it was definitely a classic movie. I'll give you a little clue. It's a cartoon. There you go. I mean, there are many cartoon movies, Pocahontas, Cinderella. So I can give you a clue. This is a movie, a very popular cartoon movie. Again, I don't know how popular it was in Spain, but in the United States, the movie was popular and also the theme song. Love can touch us one time and once for. No, it's not Titanic. I'm just giving you the definition of a theme song. Or la canción principal would be. And the theme song in this movie is Somewhere Out There Beneath the Clear Blue Sky. I can't sing it, so but it was number 2 on the Billboard charts. It won a Grammy Award, and it became one of the most popular songs from an animated feature since the 1950s, those early Disney classics. So there's a little clue about today's movie. All right, well, let me give you the trailer. While emigrating to the United States, a young Russian mouse, yeah, you heard right, a mouse, a young Russian mouse gets separated from his family and must relocate them while trying to survive in a new country. Interesting story. So while emigrating to the US, the States, a young Russian mouse, un ratón ruso, ¿lo has oído bien? If you know it, you know it. Si lo sabes, lo sabes. He gets separated from his family and must relocate, reubicarse, relocate them, reubicarlos, while trying to survive in a new country. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a winner. It's Chris Valrol. Oh, wait, no. It's Kubla and Chris Valrol. Same time. But I saw Kubla's first over there. So the movie is called An American Tale. It's interesting, Kubla, because you wrote it. It's a pun. Remember yesterday we said that words you can learn from the movie title. The movie is called, as Chris put it correctly, An American Tale. Una cola americana, because it's a mouse. T-A-I-L. Ahora, es un juego de palabras de An American Tale, T-A-L-E, que son homófonos, que es un cuento americano. What did you call this in Spanish? Remember the little mouse, Fievel, which, by the way, was producer Steven Spielberg's grandfather's name. So that was a little slice of life, un trocito de la vida real ahí. So An American Tale, was this popular in Spain? I remember crying my eyes out. And the song was just beautiful. He's looking for his family. Somewhere out there beneath the clear blue sky. It's a kid who sings it. That's why I can't hit those notes. All right, but before we take a look at it over here, what we need to do is see if anybody got our American words in our spelling bee. It looks like Laura's taking a stab at it. So the first word was, in British English, Lori. I remember the first time I heard it, I was like, who is that? Porque Lori es nombre de mujer en Estados Unidos. You've got a Lori, mate. I'm like, Lori? Is that your sister? Is that your cousin? So Lori, we call it a truck, un camión. They call it a lorry. Get in the lorry, mate. Number 2, the bonnet. The bonnet is where the engine is, right? The British call it the bonnet. Americans call it the hood, as Laura has pointed out. Perdona, estoy acostumbrado a decir Lara. So I called you Lara. Sorry. Y lo hacen con ella también. Entonces, Laura. I'm like, bueno, casi. Es mejor que Clara. It's a different name. So bonnet in British English and hood in American English. The third one, windscreen in British English and windshield in American English. Good job so far, Laura. Number 4, accelerator, they call it, como vosotros, acelerador, right? We call it, well, similar, Laura, not bad. Accelerator pedal. ¿Ves por qué no lo llamamos así? Porque es mucha palabra. We call it the gas pedal. El del gas, darle gas. The gas pedal in American English. So great. It's the pedal, though. It's the pedal, pero como accelerator pedal, no, it doesn't roll off your tongue. It's better to say step on the gas or step on the pedal. Okay. The next one, Pavement. Para nosotros existe la palabra pavement, pero es donde conduces normalmente o juegas el baloncesto. It's the paved part. And sidewalk es la acera for us. Es la parte que no hay pavimento realmente. A veces son losas, right? So it doesn't really make sense to us, that pavement thing, because when you're on the sidewalk, you're not on the pavement, right? The pavement is the part where people, so that can be quite confusing. Pavement. It is a word, it's just a little bit different in meaning. And number 6, pedestrian crossing. Now, we understand pedestrian crossing, un peatón. You put zebra crossing. Laura, zebra crossing is another British way to say it. So let's put it this way. It's right, but that's British. Es otra forma británica. A pedestrian crossing, or they call it a zebra. Ellos no dicen zebra. In Estados Unidos, we say zebra, el animal también. They say zebra crossing. So great, Laura, but let's see if anybody's got those missing English, American English ones there. Elena's got the same ones as Laura. Let's see. Anybody else? Gas pedal. All right. A pedestrian crossing in the United States is called a crosswalk. Muy fácil, ¿eh? Cruzar es donde cruzas donde andas cuando cruzas, right? So a crosswalk. So as you can see, when we were working on cars, we never really got together and decided on what things would be called. They call the blinker, por ejemplo, the blinker. Esa solo con efecto sonido lo sabe todo el mundo. Because it blinks. Es intermitente. Guiña, right? It blinks. But they call it an indicator light. An indicator light. Certain things are the same. I believe they call the glove compartment or the glove box. Don't you say guantera? Igual. Ojo con la pronunciación, no es glove. It's glove. Glove. Okay? And if you want to learn more, obviously we can go over a lot of vocabulary right now, idiomatic expressions, as we saw before, to put the pedal to the metal, which is very, very common. But there are so many different expressions and there's so much vocabulary. I mean, just think cars have thousands of parts. I'm not saying you need to know the carburetor but the basic stuff, una llanta. You got to know how to say that. We call it a tire. So tengo un pinchazo. We don't say I have a pinch, a big pinch. We say I have a flat tire. Now, just be careful if you're going to write it. That word we agree on, we just don't agree on the spelling. So the British say, I've got a flat tire with T-Y-R-E. Para nosotros es T-I-R-E. So that's a spelling difference, kind of like the color, con U, or color, sin U. Same kind of thing. It's more of a spelling thing. In the end, it doesn't affect the pronunciation. So, folks, if you want to learn more vocabulary about cars, more expressions about cars, check it out. You can learn a lot every week on FYI, the same way you learn here on the show with no name. And what have we got? So, since we've been back, I got to try and remember this. Since we've been back on FYI, which comes out every Friday, you can subscribe where you subscribe to your Vaughn podcasts. What have we had? We've had, the first one was American pronunciation with Tanya. She's excellent. If you haven't heard that episode. Then we looked at Amazon, not the Amazon rainforest. I mean, Amazon, the company. And then this coming week, should I tell you? If you're in my curious community, you already know, because remember, you get stuff beforehand, antes de tiempo. You get access to all my posts and all that stuff beforehand. So you'll already know this week's upcoming topic, which is we'll be looking at cruises, folks. We're going on a cruise. Nos vamos de crucero. Well, you know what? I don't want the summer to end. So I figured I would take a look at a festive kind of something with a vacation kind of vibe. So I hope you guys enjoy the episodes as always. And yes, I said episodes because I release one episode to the general public every week, but there's also an additional episode if you're in my curious community. But we don't have time to talk about that right now. You know why? We've got to go to a commercial break, folks. I can't believe it. Time flies when you're having fun. We'll be right back with the fourth and final part of today's show. So, stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to the show with no name on Vaughn Radio. I can't believe we're going into the fourth and final part of the show. Just a big thank you to all of you for making this show last for so long. 15 years. 15 years. I can't even imagine my life without the show with no name. And if God forbid one day in the future I leave Vaughn or Vaughn fires me, I hope that doesn't happen. I love Vaughn, my family. But if that ever happens, because anything can happen in the future, the show with no name will go on, baby. Love can touch us one time and once for a lifetime. The show will go on. What am I, obsessed with Titanic today? Is today Celine Dion's birthday? Or am I just losing my freaking mind? I think it's the latter. Lo último. All right, amigos, ready to rock you through the fourth part of today's show. Don't forget to follow us on social media. Follow Vaughn, follow me, follow my amigos, and you'll learn English even when you're not listening. Because as you know, Tosh Pasqua, Kyle Miller, Dave Boyce, myself, we're always posting on social media. And that's not a requirement. No nos requieren hacer eso. We do that because just like you guys do it, you guys go above and beyond. Dais más de lo que se espera. Well, we as teachers, we want to do the same thing. But let's kick off the fourth part with today's Double Trouble.
Double trouble, baby. Yeah, you know what time it is.
Give it up.
Double trouble. I said double trouble. Double I said double trouble.
Oh, and speaking of bonus episodes of FYI, just yesterday I made the universities episode available. So if you haven't listened to the first episode, or if you listened to it back in the day, listen to both in order. It'll take under an hour, and you'll learn a bunch. You'll kind of immerse yourself. That's the whole idea behind FYI, immersing yourself in a topic. Because Show with No Name goes everywhere. 1 minute we're talking about movies. The next minute we're doing a spelling bee. The next minute I'm singing you a song. Well, I have to be honest. I sing in every FYI episode. It's true. I break into song in every FYI episode. So it's not just Show with No Name. All right, here we go with today's Double Trouble. As always, you have to use the same word twice. Good luck, my amigos. I think it's pretty easy. Prove me right. Él fue atropellado el tío que dirige su empresa. I'll talk about some bad luck there. Voy a estar de baja por culpa tuya, by the way. Imagine that, right? I'm on sick leave, de baja médica, because you, I almost said it, me atropellaste. I always mix up tropezarse con atropellarse. So you say, me atropezó un coche. Hasta que me pasó y ya no me reía. Ya, ahora sí que lo sabía. Then I learned it the hard way, como decimos, a base de golpes ahí. So, all right, amigos. So, él fue atropellado por el tío o el hombre que dirige su empresa. That's your double trouble. You have to use the same word twice. Also, let me give you the Say What soundbite. This is the fourth and final listen, but so many people have participated already. That's great news, amigos.
That had nothing to do with me. That had to do with everybody. We were all alcoholic. I've been doing martial art ever since I was a kid, and I beat James up because he kicked my dog. He kicked my dog.
I mean, James, what a mother. Seriously, James, you got a problem with somebody. You don't take it out on the fucking dog. Poor dog. What did he do? Well, actually, the dog did do something, but you don't take it out on the dog. It's a dog. It doesn't know better, right? So, all right, amigos, let's see what we've got here. We've got a bunch of people participating. Elena says, cruises. It'll be a trip down memory lane. Elena, hang on a second. That's a totally native. Un viaje por los recuerdos. A trip down memory lane. I worked on board Italian cruise liners for several years. Thank you. Awesome, Elena. Well, I talk about the cruise on the cruise. Son homófonos. Las tripulaciones en la... All right. Well, you're definitely going to enjoy the episode. I think everybody is, because what I try and do with every episode, like if you don't like aviation and the episode is on aviation, my goal is to make you love aviation by the end of the episode, or at least understand it better. And for me, it happens too. There are certain things I know a lot about, and there are certain things I know jack shit about, and I need to research. So we're all learning together. That's the beauty of FYI and the show with no name. You aren't the only ones learning. So thank you, Elena, for sharing that information. And I know you're going to find the episodes extra special. Let's see. Laura's participating in our double trouble. And Laura says he was run over by the guy who runs his company. That is correct. He was run over by the guy who runs his company. Excellent job, Laura. You could say he was run over or he got run over. Los dos te valen ahí. He got run over or he was run over by the guy who runs his company, right? And if you notice, it's to get run over, to be run over by somebody. Lo usamos la voz pasiva ahí, right? Now, you can say a car ran me over, right? But it would be much more common to say, I got run over. I was run over by a train. Bueno, imagínate eso. That would be horrible. Oh, my God. So he got run over, or he was run over by the guy who runs his company. Excellent job. Also, Kubla got it as well. Chris Valrol, Emel Rosellón, Elena as well. Excellent job. Wow. Wonderful job. Chris says maybe the dog was drunk too. Oh my God, that's not good. That's animal abuse. So kicking dogs or getting them drunk is off limits. Prohibido, guys. Kicking anyone. Getting someone drunk, well, if it's a friend, maybe they'll thank you. Oh, gracias, tío. Necesitaba eso. And she says, no, I'm joking. She says, an hypothetical. Muy bien, pero lo único es a hypothetical. Esto como se oye la H. A hypothetical drunk dog wouldn't kick anyone. Yeah, and I'm not getting a kick out of that story. No me estoy disfrutando de la historia que cuenta el tío. To get a kick out of it. Kubla says, was that the Love Boat? The Love Boat. Well, I got to tell you something, Kubla. We're going to talk about the Love Boat. You wouldn't, let's put it this way. The modern cruise industry as we know it would not be nearly as popular as it is now if it hadn't been for a very popular show called The Love Boat. Exciting and new. You called it Todo Sabor del Romance or something. I don't know. Barco de la Pasión. I don't know what you called it. Love Boat. Well, that was a major boom in the cruise industry. That show made everybody who and their grandmother want to go on a cruise because it was like a soap opera, como Culebrón. Oh, se liga. Oh, all this interesting stuff happens on a cruise. And I have some friends who worked on cruise ships, and you know what they say? They say it's even crazier. I guess Elena could tell us, but I've heard some of the crew parties are off the hook. Están como locos ahí. So I hope you guys enjoy the episode. I'm sure you will. No lo dudo. So excellent. We need to go over, name that movie, and then move on. We didn't look at the text from the movie. We looked at the trailer. The movie is called An American Tale, as I said before, with that double meaning of the word tale. And let's take a look at the scene over here. This is an orphan. So it's a few different orphans, huérfanos, dilo conmigo, orphans. And an orphan lives in an orphanage. An orphan lives in an orphanage. Huérfanato. Son difíciles en español para mí. So orphan number one says, ha, 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 get a load of this. What does that mean? Get a load of this. Échale un vistazo a esto. Get a load of this. An eye load, pero nunca pones la palabra eye. O sea, míralo bien con tus ojos. Get a load of this. Como digas eso en tu clase de inglés hoy, tu profe se va a cagar. Va a decir, what? ¿Cómo sabías tú eso? Get a load of this. Échale un vistazo. Mírate esto. And orphan number two says, hey, kid, you're sleeping in my place. Estás durmiendo en mi sitio. And Fievel Mouskowitz says, huh? ¿Qué? He's confused. He's lost. He's lost his family as well. And orphan number two says, hey, give me that. Fijaos, give me, nos comemos la V. Seguro que lo has visto escrito G-I-M-M-E. Give me that. Mi hija no dice give me that. Dice give me that. Dame eso. Gimme. The Rolling Stones, gimme shelter. No, it's give me shelter. It's gimme. Gimme that. And the orphan mouse steals the blanket away from Fievel. Se lo manga, as you say in Spanish. And orphan number three says, any food on you? O sea, la pregunta, you got any food on you? ¿Tienes encima, on you? You got any food on you? ¿Tienes comida? And then orphan number one says, hey, what's your story? Cuéntanos tu historia. And Fievel says, I've been looking for my family. And orphan number two says, hey, fellas, he's looking for his family. They're mocking him. Se están burlando de él. Mocking or teasing him. And then all together, all three of them say, he's looking for his family. And orphan number three says, I stopped that a long time ago. Yo dejé de hacer eso hace mucho tiempo. So this orphan is obviously bitter and doesn't feel like any hope, right? And orphan number two says, at least you know who they are. Al menos sabes quiénes son. And orphan number one says, yeah, why are you looking for them? They should be looking for you. ¿Por qué le estás buscando a ellos? Ellos te deberían estar buscando a ti. And orphan number three says, they don't care. Forget them. No les importas. Olvídate de ellos. And then Fievel gets angry. He believes them. This is why it's you got to be careful what you tell children here. And he's angry. He goes, you're right. Tienes razón. You're right. They don't care. And if they did, they wouldn't have found me. Right? They would have found me. Me hubieran encontrado. Well, if they don't care, I don't care. I hope I never see them again. As we say in English, careful what you wish for. And then orphan number three says, yeah, you're nothing. You're junk. You're trash. I tell my daughter every day, you're amazing. You're funny. You're smart. You're beautiful. You're kind. You're charming. See, the same thing. You tell a kid every day you're nothing, they're going to believe they're nothing. I always feel really bad for orphans. And he goes, here, make yourself a bed. Hazte una cama. So there you go, folks. The movie is An American Tale. And it's a movie I remember crying my eyes out. And now we're going to cry our eyes out, but not because we're crying because we're sad. We are going to cry with laughter in your joking. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, what did the guy say when he walked into the bar? Ouch. Ouch. You get it? Ouch. He walked into the bar.
You're joking.
That's right, amigos. You're joking only on the show with no name. And as always, we're going to go quick here because speaking of the expression we looked at earlier, we've got to put the pedal to the metal. We've got to step on it. Otra forma de decirlo, to step on it. So here we go with these jokes. If you don't get them, I will explain them afterwards. What do you say to a frog who needs a ride? Okay. What do you say to a frog who needs a ride? And a frog is una rana. Do you know how to say sapo? A toad. Funniest thing about that? My car got towed, se lo llevó un grúa. Una grúa. Y eso es T-O-W-E-D, towed. Y suena igual que T-O-A-D, que es. So the toad's car got towed. O sea, el coche del sapo se lo llevó la grúa. It's a good way to remember those two. If you picture, well, my daughter's cartoons, hay uno que le gusta que se llama Gecko's Garage. Y hay sapos, hay geckos, o sea, so you can, in a children's world, you can associate anything, right? So now that we looked at that difference over there, what do you say to a frog who needs a ride? Que necesita que le lleves a algún sitio, right? Easy. Hop in. No? Hop in? All right, well, you can say that frogs jump, but it's more common to say that frogs hop. Also, like bunnies, rabbits, they hop. So what's the difference between a jump and a hop? A hop is just a little small jump, right? Este juego de cuando saltas, when you jump, cuadro uno, dos, tres, that's called hopscotch, because you hop. H-O-P. También era un baile antiguamente donde pegaban botecitos. Just to know the difference between a jump and a hop. Y si algo está cerca, está al ladito, it's a hop, skip, and a jump. Hay que quedarse con ese orden porque es frase hecha. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump from here. Está al ladito. Did you get it? Well, hop in is súbete. Alberto, are you going to the center? Yeah, hop in. Súbete. Hop in. Hop in. What does a frog do? A frog literally hops. Hop in. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump from here. And we won't get towed. All right, I'll stop. Joke number 2. Well, actually, not really. 4. There were 3 jokes in that first one, 3 puns. When is a car not a car? Esto es un clásico, by the way. When is a car not a car? Easy. When it turns into a driveway. No. When is a car? Cuando un coche no es un coche. When it turns into a driveway. Well, to turn into is convertirse en. So when it becomes. So when it turns into a driveway es donde aparcas el coche, ese pavimento delante de tu casa, donde aparcas, donde está el garaje, pero delante. That's called a driveway. Muy interesante. Una autovía de pago, a toll road, is called a parkway. Una forma de decirlo es a parkway. Entonces, el típico chiste es, why do we park in the driveway and drive on the parkway? No tiene sentido. Somebody was having a laugh there. So when it turns into, also to turn into it, cuando gira y entra en un driveway, en un parking. When it turns into, All right, last one. Why did the cop pull over the U-Haul truck? The moving truck. U-Haul es la marca más famosa de los camiones de mudanza en Estados Unidos. You rent them and you do it yourself. U-Haul, tú lo cargas, U-Haul. So why did the cop pull over? Una buena palabra para saber. Si te dicen en Estados Unidos pull over, or no, no te detengas. Detenga, no, el inverso. Stop right there. Not in the middle of the road, but on the shoulder, el arcén. So why did the cop pull over the moving truck? Easy. He wanted to bust a move. No? You know the song? If you want it, baby, you got it. Bust a move. If you want it. Bust a move es tirar los tejos. Are you busting a move? Como intentando un movimiento. Are you busting a move? To bust a move. But also to bust is to frenarlo, arrestar. Police had a drug bust the other day. They busted 4 criminals, arrested. So you get it? He wanted to bust a move. Quería parar, frenar, arrestar una mudanza. Quería tirar los tejos. All right, folks, we've got to move on. It's time for today's famous birthday trivia. For you,
Birthdays for
me,
birthdays for
everyone.
on the show with no name. Birthdays for him. Birthdays for her. Birthdays for everyone on the show with no name.
That's right, folks. We're going to fly through this because we are running out of time here. The first person was born in 1944. He should, I mean, it would be really funny if he had a son named Et, not E.T., Et. If his son's name was Et, it would be really, really funny. Si tuviera un hijo que se llama Et. Now, this guy's an American singer, songwriter, bass player, and producer. He was originally in the rock band Chicago, but then he went solo, and, well, he's got a lot of great songs. For example, any Karate Kid fans here? We did it all for the glory of love. We'll live together, knowing forever. Beautiful song. And he's written many, many other songs, both for the group, Chicago, and as a solo artist. Number 2, this person is an animator, director, and producer. He produced The Secret of Nim, An American Tale. Today's Name That Movie. The Land Before Time, about dinosaurs. That was great. All Dogs Go to Heaven. Anastasia. Titan AE. And so much more. So this guy is a legendary animator, director, and producer. And last but not least, this guy was in the band Metallica until he got kicked out or he quit. They'll tell you different stories there. But then, well, he had a hard time, but then he started the group Megadeth. And if you're rockers, you'll definitely know who he is. Ladies and gentlemen, our winner here is Chris Valrol. Number 1, Pete Cetera. Etcetera. Si su hijo se llamara Et. I think it's Cetera. Pero bueno, a mí me gusta decir Cetera. What's your son's name? Etc. Okay, bad joke. Number 2, animator, producer, director, Don Bluth. And number 3, Dave Mustaine. And that's going to bring us to our Say What soundbite. This is Dave Mustaine talking about how he had that falling out with Metallica. And the James he's talking about is James Hetfield, the lead singer of Metallica, kicked his dog, supposedly. He says, that had nothing to do with me. Eso no tuvo nada que ver conmigo, he says. He goes, that had to do with everybody. We were all alcoholic. Todos éramos alcohólicos. He goes, I've been doing martial art ever since I was a kid. Desde un chaval hice artes marciales. And I beat James up because he kicked my dog. And then he says, like, even in further shock, he kicked my dog. And supposedly the dog scratched the amplifier, and James Hetfield overreacted, and, well, alcohol in the mix, and you get what you get. So this is Dave Mustaine, the birthday boy, talking about his falling out with James Hetfield and the other members of Metallica.
That had nothing to do with me. That had to do with everybody. We were all alcoholic. I've been doing martial art ever since I was a kid, and I beat James up because he kicked my dog. He kicked my dog.
All right, folks, name that lyric.
Hi, hello, Alberto. I think the song is. No? Sorry, bye.
Name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. It's name that lyric only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. It's name that lyric only on the show with no name.
That's right, amigos. It's Name That Lyric. And thank you for doing a wonderful job today and every day, guys. Wonderful. Excellent. I'm impressed. And remember to stay tuned for my amiga, Ximena Holiday. She's up next. I'll give you the song. It's Peter Cetera, and The Glory of Love from Karate Kid. So if you haven't heard the song, Google the lyrics. I'm sure you've heard it, but Google the lyrics and you can sing along with me. He starts out by saying, "Tonight is very clear as we're both lying here." I'm not even going to try. Let's hear the birthday boy. Again, thank you so much for being here today and every day. It's been an absolute pleasure, amigos. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow with more Show with No Name. Ciao for now.